Welcome, gentlemen around the world, to the Gentleman's Lounge. I'm Peyton, and I'm your host. I wanted to make a quick video. It's going to be very short, talking about the Sha'Carrie Richardson situation. And for those who you don't know who Sha'Carrie Richardson is an American track and field woman, athlete, who specializes in 100-meter dash. She ran some of the fastest times this year. She's looking like she was, close, not the Olympic favorite, but she definitely was, in competition with Shelly Ann Fraser-Price and the Jamaicans that kind of try to bring the Americans back to gold medal contention. Now, if you know, Sha'Carrie Richardson got caught with a negative drug test for marijuana. Now, a lot of people are out there saying that, you should let Sha'Carrie run. I disagree. I think that when you reach the highest level of a sport or anything in life, it's going to require the highest levels of discipline. And I feel like her lack of discipline has cost her the most important moment in her life. She's always wanted to be an Olympian gold medalist. I'm sure she has. Anybody who's ever run track or any other sport that is an Olympic sport, I've always wanted to be Olympians. I've always wanted to, be on that podium, be number one. And I understand, I've heard that, her mother passed away. She used it as a coping skill, but I'm gonna break it to you like this. That's no excuse. She is an athlete, a professional athlete. She has endorsements. She has money. What that means is that she can go and get professional help, So I'm highly disappointed with Sha'Carrie Richardson. I understand she says she's only human, but I'm sure she's more disappointed with herself than what any of us could be disappointed, because she was hitting the time. She was, peaking at the right time. So this goes to show you that in life you have to discipline yourself. Even when you think it won't come back to bite you, it can. And it did. And now she can't compete in the Olympic Games. And I'm not going to advocate for her to be able to participate in the Olympic Games, because it's simple rules. She knew the rules, and they gave him 1 month. I remember Phelps got 3 months, and I don't even think he tested positive for marijuana. He just had a photo of him smoking a bong. It is what it is. Marijuana might not be that big of a deal in America, but the testing body that tests the athletes is a world testing body, which means they test everybody and hold everybody to the same standard. So my question is, you didn't find any of the other athletes test positive for marijuana? Not Sydney McLaughlin, not Gabby, not Noah Lyles, not Ariane Knighton, not Curly, none of the guys, none of them, not Michael Norman, none of the women. Everyone else saw fit to follow rules because it was that important to them. They understood that the Olympics was the most important thing in their life. They had always dreamed of being Olympians, and they took the opportunity to be an Olympian by following the rules. Now, the rule might be a dumb rule, but it's still a rule. You might say, well, marijuana not that bad. It didn't help her performance. Doesn't matter. She knew. She's known. She's ran college track. It's been a rule there. So you just have to understand that when you follow the ways of the normal people, when you're extraordinary, you'll always fool yourself. You always fail, because she's an extraordinary talent in a sport that requires great discipline, in a sport that is a right now sport. You could be the fastest today, this year, next year someone rises up, improves, and overtakes you. So if Sha'Carrie was to listen to the people saying, girl, they wrong for that, they should let you run, she's foolish, which I don't think so. She seemed to take full responsibility for her actions, but she should learn a lesson from this. It's only a month. And from what I understand, that track and field is a very, very competitive sport. Like I said, it's a right now sport. But what she should understand is that she needs to change her circle up, because not many people smoke alone. If she's never smoked a day in her life, as she claims, she won't know how to. It's not like getting an alcohol bottle and just pour it in the glass. It's a little bit more to it when it comes to getting marijuana together. So somebody must have helped her smoke or smoke with her, and that shows they don't care about her. Because if I was in her corner, I would say, listen, I'm going to tell you one thing. This is not the answer. I understand you're depressed, but you got the money. Let's get the professional help. If I was the weed man, I wouldn't have sold her no weed, because I just wanted her to be great. And sometimes you don't know who envy you in your corner. People you may think are for you are actually not. And to me, anybody who let her smoke weed wasn't for her. Or they weren't for her, or they didn't even understand the profession she's in, but I'm going to say they weren't for her. So you got to discipline yourself separate from others. Because if you listen to what other people have to say, you're gonna find yourself where you find Sha'Carrie Richardson now, out of the Olympic Games. It doesn't matter how many people advocate on her behalf. It doesn't matter how many people say let Sha'Carrie run. She's not running. And whoever came in fourth place thought her season was over. Now she's up on the Olympic team. She's grateful. She's like, she's probably the only one who is happy. You know, like, I'm glad she got popped with the weed. Because now I get to live out my Olympic dream. And who knows, I might get a chance to get a medal. But that's all I got. Peace.